Hello, hello, Miss Castro and Miss Hennessy.
Hey,
Good
Christina.
evening. Hey, Leah.
All right. I'm going to share this to one more place real quick, but we are live. So, all right, there we go. All right. Hello, Katie. How are you? Welcome in. All right, so my name is Lucky Wood, and I am out of Virginia. I am 33 years old, and I recently just started pulling. Started training for arm wrestling about 9 months ago. Got on the table 7 months ago, and had my first tournament in November. So very, very new. So that's why we have a lot of other females who are going to be joining me on this amazing podcast that is for females by females, but we definitely as much as we like to be included, we will be including our male counterparts in this as well too, just not tonight. For our first episode. So I'll let the other two introduce themselves, and as we have other hosts hop on, we might pause and allow them to introduce themselves as well. So, without further ado, Leah.
Hi, I'm Leah Hennessy. I'm 34. I started January 2023, so I've been pulling for one. I'm in Ohio.
Awesome. And our OG queen in
OG.
the building, Miss Casto.
I'm Christina Casto. I'm from Parkersburg, West Virginia. I've been pulling for about 31 years. So I've been old school.
Awesome. Welcome in, Stephanie.
Hello.
Hey, Steph.
We're just going
Oh,
on our introductions and our how long we've been and all that jazz.
okay.
So if you want to go ahead and do your introduction, knock yourself out.
What is my introduction?
How old are you, lady?
Hi, my name is Stephanie Spencer. I'm so how old I am.
Oh my God, I'm 52.
How long I've been polling?
It started in 2018 in July.
So you said 2018?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did you think I was longer?
I didn't realize. I did think you were longer. I did think you had been polling longer. So
I've just been in the gym longer. I
That's
don't know
fair
how
enough.
to set this up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where to put the iPad. Because I
gotcha.
It'd be cool in the garage. But I don't know where to sit. I didn't plan it out. Okay.
It does. It looks definitely legit in the garage.
Okay.
All right, we have our moderators in the chat. Hello, Paul. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I'm sure Mike Nance will be here shortly as well.
Which Paul is it?
Oh, we lost Christina. Paul Hutchins, the one that was here yesterday.
Oh, okay. I don't think I met him.
Okay, yeah, he was in the comments yesterday. He put it back in. There we go.
When you said Paul, I
he hangs out with us at. Nah, he's not here yet. Or if he does come, I don't know if he's coming or not. He said he was going to be here.
We were up late on the podcast last night. It was pretty wild.
Oh, I have no doubt. All right, so we have you four amazing, well, you three amazing ladies, four of us total, and tonight's episode is based on practicing, and so some of the things that we're going to be talking about in this episode is just what practice looks like for you, what works at practice, what have you tried in the past that doesn't work that maybe you'd want to pass on to somebody else. When do you train and practice, and does your practice include training, or does it training and practice different for you, like separate things? And then we're going to wrap up with what do you want trainers and coaches and people who organize practices to know specifically. Oh, there he is. Welcome in, Mike Nance, or Michael Nance, as I should say, because that's his username. So, let's see. What does practice look like for you all right now? Leah?
I have a team, so I practice every Thursday in Florence. I also just got a whole bunch of like home gym stuff, but I have not used any of it yet. So pretty much arm wrestle every Thursday for a couple hours. I'm the only girl that ever goes. What more girls would go?
I think that's a big thing amongst the females, is trying to find other females to practice with, especially when they're within driving distance or even within their own town. So.
Once pulled some girls there. When was that? Summer? In Belpre, Ohio. Yeah, that was fun.
Nice. That was fun. That was probably one of my last big practices that I've gotten in, especially with some females. She's talking about one of our practices. I don't get to practice a whole lot. I do have to say, out of the 31 years, I've never really, a lot of people don't believe it, but I don't hit a consistent workout. But we do pretty good practices. Here lately we haven't been, because the guy that normally does our practices, he's been sick and down, so I just hit him whenever I can, and bring a friend of mine, Jen, that lives over in Ohio. She comes over, but here lately we haven't been able to. But I've been trying here in West Virginia to get more poolers, because West Virginia, the sport isn't that big. So I've been trying to build the sport, so I would go to different towns and hold bigger practices. So it's building a little bigger. And so right now here in my area, we don't have practices regularly like we should, but we're trying to get it more and more. But when we do practice, it's just a lot of pulling and not necessarily hitting on the things that like technique. We try to work on the different things that we need to work on, but not specifically like lifting weights or anything like that. We just work on table time.
Very cool. Very cool. Stephanie?
Well, we got Friday nights at 5 o'clock, and Kyle DePew has a practice. It's pretty small and it's really close. And about once a month, a whole bunch of these nice, young, brand new, little skinny Asian guys come. And those are like my favorite guys to beat up on. I just get crap with the Asian guys until they finally catch up and beat me. But also I've been like part of Orange County arm wrestling, and I love it because every month they have Arm Fest, where all of the Southern California teams get together, and then they have super matches, and it's at like this brew house kind of place, which is pretty fun. But it's a little bit of a drive for me, and between training for different things, I don't always get up there, so I try to get up once a month, which is tomorrow, and I'm not going to make it, but I'm a little bit injured from the Fit Expo. Like, still like kind of, I strained my pec. Yeah. It's not a tear, it's a strain. Yeah. But I'm hoping I'm going to be ready for Winter Blast. So anyway, so they have Wednesday and Sunday practice for Orange County Arm Wrestling. Then they have the big Arm Fest practice. And there's lots of practices in California. If I want to just drive a little bit, I've been to the one at Mendy's Gym, which is pretty fun. Voskin and is there, and sometimes I like Scott Wynn and that crowd, which is pretty fun. But it's a little bit further than Orange County to drive to. I've only been there a couple times. Yeah, there's lots to choose from. So, but I don't always get to them. And I do have a nice rice bucket, which I've only used a few times. And I have, like, do you guys want to see my garage?
Yes.
Hold on. So, here's my rice bucket. And I think I have, like, back here I got a karate belt and some bands, and I can do like lat pull down. I can do every workout on this thing, and curls and deadlifts and squats, and I have like everything in here. Like it doesn't look like much, but I do have a few dumbbells too. Yeah, but I'm not lacking in things to do to practice. There's lots out there. And I feel like I don't always push it to the limit at practice. I've been pretty conservative this last year.
I don't like to force
yeah.
There.
Huh?
Do you think that's because of your injuries?
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Scary, because once you feel it, like, well, the first one was on St. Patrick's Day last year, and it just shoulder.
Yeah.
It was it felt like my muscle was just coming out. You could see it on the video. Just yeah. And then I just had to baby it forever, and it's still. But then I went to the Arm Fest, and Grace was there, and I wanted to. We tried the sit down table. It was my first time trying the sit down table, and it was really fun. And I just went for it with her. Like, she made me feel safe enough that nothing was going to happen. So I feel like my right's pretty good. It's just weaker, and it's always been weaker. And I got to have I put in some better practice. And I know, like, one time the guys were telling me that I should really think of arm wrestling practice as a 1 rep max day. So the rest of the week, if I'm doing my different powerlifting workouts, to just, when I mix my practice in, that's how I should consider it. As far as, I feel like when they say that, it would be like, so say I'm going to go in and do a 1 rep max on my bench. I'm going to eat real good beforehand, take a little pre-workout, go in and do my thing. Then later I'm going to rest and recover. And I should have the same idea around arm wrestling practice. And that's why I was feeling like I didn't put in 100% at practice, because I really wasn't going 100%, and was just being conservative. But I was being fun at the same time, but conservative. And so if I go to the tournament and there's only 3 girls, and I just keep pulling until we're all done, and I feel it on the endurance side of it. My strength is there, and I still have whatever table knowledge I have, but the endurance I have is lacking, and that's because of that. So I already know what I need to do to keep up. So now Lucky knows what she needs to do at the super match, just tire me out, I guess. Make me tired. I'm gonna be sweating out.
My thing is,
like, give me a Red Bull.
when I'm at a tournament, I don't feel like my first 2 matches, I'm not in it. So if I'm just not there, and like my second or third match, I'm just like, I just 5 matches, because I know by that third one I'm in it. I'm ready to go.
So that was
Right.
another thought that I was talking about with some of the guys. So if I am doing my 1 rep max on my bench, I need to warm up until I get to the max. But then what if we're going to a tournament and you're not warming up to the max and you're just doing little band work? You're not going on the table. And that is such a good topic of discussion. Like, do we full on do a ready go and do a few really good pulls and kick some hits before we get up there for our match? Would that help us? I don't know. There's got to be a science behind it. It feels like so many other strength sports have a real science behind them, and arm wrestling is so different. It's almost as if everybody's still kind of learning as you go.
Yeah.
What do you think? You know?
I
Right.
think that
Well, and I
when you're
think
up
too
there
it's very
warming,
involving.
What?
when you're warming up, you really need to focus
Christina's cutting out.
in your elbow, in your wrist, really up. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now I can.
I live in the boonies.
Yeah.
When you need to really focus on when you're warming up, getting that pull in and the tendons and everything. You need to go at it a little more than just twisting around your elbow or your wrist or whatever. You really need to go at it a little bit to get that warmed up.
Yeah.
Trying to see about the service fix. Apparently, we're having some connective issues, which I was worried about. All right, it gave me full bars now, so hopefully that'll fix it. All right, awesome. So that covered like two or three questions at this part. And so I know, Stephanie, you touched on this, how like when you go to train, you're going for that 1 max rep. When you guys aren't on the table, what do you guys do to help you on the table that's not actually like practice? So like for me, I do a lot of work with cables. I do like the pronation and supination and just a lot of wrist work as well. Do y'all do that kind of stuff, or like what other stuff would be like helpful for somebody who's like looking to get in and strengthen their wrist and things like that?
I definitely accept more advice than I can give there. I try to work out, but I really don't like work. So I like every time I'm forcing myself to do it. So now that I have all this equipment, I'm like every day I have to do like 45 minutes. But I'm getting over COVID, so I've been using that as an excuse to not do it. So
I like excuses. I have like what did Jody Williams say? That my wrist was like a Pez dispenser.
Was that a compliment or a critique?
Look at the flop.
Gotcha. You can't even do that.
Honestly, I just do my powerlifting. That's what I do. Right. And then some strict curl stuff. And then table time. And so imagine if I really focused and was doing all that. Like how much different it would be.
Right.
Yeah. Like imagine like really worked hard at this like every day and like try. Imagine how good
Yeah. So right now I'm in the process of really trying to get on a schedule for myself and all that jazz. I'm trying to definitely tone up, slim down, get a little healthier than I am right now. And this past couple weeks have been kind of difficult with work schedule and things like that. And so, like you said, we love excuses. So definitely felt the lack of, oh shoot, I should have done a lot more work, especially in prep for today. So, but it's good to just also use that as a motivation, because as Stephanie mentioned, we got Winter Blast coming up. So I definitely want to,
Wait, did you poll today?
I did.
Well, what happened? Tell us. Everybody wants to know.
Yeah, nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know. No, so Virginia Arm Wrestling League held. Oh, Christina's back, yay. So the Virginia Arm Wrestling League held their first of 4 events. So we had the Conquest today. Katie Marie, who will be on the show at a later date, was there. Christy, they kept mispronouncing her last name, so I need Resendez. She was there. Christine, I don't know if you know her. She blew through Michelle Dugan at several events. Like, just
I've seen her before, but I think I've seen her one time at like the Arnold Classic.
Okay. Yeah, she would have been there because she does powerlifting as well. So anyway, I was just in awe. Like, she has speed that I could only dream of one day in 10 years accomplishing. It was amazing to watch her just dominate the whole tournament. We had an up-and-comer puller there as well, Brandy Doby. So 4 ladies came out and represented, and it was a great event. It was a good event. Biggest critique would be like making sure they have really good officials for next time. So I know that was like a big
I saw that as I was watching.
Yeah, you saw. But yeah, every
did you win? Did you beat everybody? What place did you get?
I did not beat everybody. I did not beat everybody. So I only pulled left because I'm still saving up and trying to get my right taken care of. And so Christy was the first person I pulled, and it was literally ready to go, and we were done. I was on the other side of the table. There was literally nothing I could have done.
You didn't catch it.
Oh. I didn't catch her. I couldn't have. I think my hand probably would have disconnected from my body had I attempted to catch her. Like, I think she would have walked away with my hand. It was like a train. Katie and I pulled, and I had her on my side when we were out of the strap, and then she slipped and we went into the strap, and Katie and I in the strap together, I just, it kind of normally goes one way, and it's generally in her favor. And so I just got to get better in the strap, and get better at the setup when we're doing the strap together. There are girls that I can pull on the strap and it's easy peasy, and and then if I get somebody with like a bigger hand than me, I really struggle with that. So I placed 3rd, got the win over Brandy, so that was good. It wasn't what I'd hoped for. It wasn't really what I wanted. After I saw Christy, I was like, okay, we getting silver. So when I saw Christy pull right. But 3rd was good, and it was, as Mike said, it was definitely a learning experience. So I'm just gonna take it. And like I said, I had not been, not that I hadn't been training, but I wasn't training to the degree that I needed to for this event, because I didn't think that I needed to, and I should have. And so now that I know, I'm definitely hitting the gym hard the next 3 weeks for Winter Blast.
Do you train in the strap?
I try to, but it's hard to get guys to strap up with you out here. When I tell you, like, practice is hard for me, y'all. Like, I don't have any girls in Virginia that I can practice with at all. 2 teams in Virginia have banned me from their practices because I'm a female. I have to go to other places, and then a lot of the times the guys don't even want to practice in the strap. So,
what?
Better find a skinny Asian guy.
I know. I need to find a skinny Asian guy. So yeah.
I don't understand why they've banned you. I don't understand that.
Well, not to be fair, but their wives banned me because they don't feel comfortable about another female being at practice.
Oh, Paul.
So, right, exactly.
Please.
Tell them you're transgender.
When it first happened, that was a lot of people's responses of like, it's 2023. How dare they assume your gender? All right, so Katie says, wow, I'm the only woman at my practice and I've learned to shove my way onto the table. I have to be aggressive or I might not get as much pulling in as I want. Yeah, that's true too, Katie. That's very true too. Not being polite and letting everybody
I'm normally the only female at mine, but the hell, I've been there so long that I don't even think that the wives would even say anything. I mean, right. I'm the one that's normally holding them, so I've been married so long they know I don't want another man.
Right. And Lord. I mean, how nice of them to presume that I want their man. Like, honey, I've seen him. I'm good. Hard pass. You can't be nice. Nice is before now. Exactly, Katie. Exactly. That's a lesson we gotta learn for sure.
What, they told you that, like, in a text message, something that, like, you're not allowed to come back to practice because they're wives?
Well, the first guy, no, I was actually in a group message. It was in a group text with everybody in the team. And an hour and a half before practice, he texted the whole group and was like, "Lucky, sorry, my wife."
I'd be there with bells on the next time, too.
Yeah. Right. I was like, you already sent me when he had already sent me the address, the amount of times I thought about just bombarding anyway, like, what you gonna do?
Right.
But yeah, no, and so it was just, and I felt bad for the other guys on the team because then it was awkward for them too, because like, what do y'all do? That's your captain, and they were just like, oh, sorry. But yeah, so I think up here at least, I would love to get I do have a team, but they practice every other week, and then sometimes it gets bumped to like once a month or every 3 weeks, and so it's hard to get into a rhythm with them. Because if I'm working a week that they decide to have practice, then that's 4 weeks I don't get to practice with them. And they're the closest to me. I have a team in West Virginia that has invited me and welcomed me in, and that's been really nice of them to do that. North Carolina, the same deal, but then I'm spending 5 hours in the car for a 2-hour practice.
How long does it take to get there?
West Virginia is 2 hours and 45 minutes, and the North Carolina is 2 hours and 15 minutes. So.
I would be using the 2 hours and 15 minutes.
What, do you not have a group that maybe you could get started in your own area?
So, and that's a group that practices every other week. So I would love to be able to maybe, hopefully get a table and maybe get a spot. And like the days that we don't do it at the one gentleman's house, like I could host it at another place and maybe, get women to come out, that kind of stuff. That way it's not like kind of that double dipping type thing. But I don't have a table. And so if anybody watching would like to sponsor Lucky's table, hit me up.
Well, let's work on that first. Get you a table so we can get you a practice in your area, get you a big practice in your area so we can get some interest drawn in your area so you can have a team.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I'm doing. There's actually a female centered gym that I used to work out at. It's called Burn Boot Camp, and they have several across the nation. I think they're up to like 375 throughout the nation, and I know in my area in Virginia there's at least 30. 20, maybe 20. But actually, I reached out to the program director, and she's actually posting it on her page for me to be able to come in and do an interest in 3 of their locations. And so Mike and Kayla are supposed to be helping me with that. They're going to bring tables and be able to just tell the girls, like, hey, this is, you guys are working out, you guys are getting strong. Here's something you can, like an outlet you can do that's a competition feel. So I hope that works out. I hope they have enough interest. They said they need about 10 to 15 women per site in order to pull it off. So I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't know if they've posted it yet or not, but fingers crossed that works out.
Sounds like a lot.
Okay.
Well, and I mean, especially here in Virginia, where I literally am the sole, like even the 4 women that were there today, 2 were North Carolina and 1 was Massachusetts, and I was the only Virginian. It's like, ladies of Virginia, let's go. Come pull.
Oh, I've been the only one for you. Other than the girl that works with me, that works for me, a good friend of mine, she's the only other one that I know of, and that's been that way since I was in junior high school. I don't know of hardly any other women that's arm wrestled.
Oh. Now, Katie, that surprises me. Portland seemed like a place that there would be female arm wrestlers. Close enough to Washington. But I'm sorry. I feel your pain. You should just move to Virginia, and then I'll pull with you all the time.
That sounds cold.
What, Virginia or Portland, Oregon?
Both.
Okay, fair, California. Oh, and they'll do CrossFit. I don't think anyone.
How many people are watching?
We got 7 viewers, but I don't know if that counts us.
I don't think it does.
I don't think so either. But we went down to 6, but then when Christina came back, we went up to 7.
I think it includes us.
Oh my God. You better get exciting over here. Nobody's going to want to come back on.
Hey, it's the first one. This is how we generate interest.
Maybe Christina should tell us an arm wrestling story.
Right. And now for our segment of story time with Casto.
Yeah. I've read a lot of some good stories. Yeah. Like today would have been, for instance, the finals at the Arnold's. I've been going to the Arnold's since 2008, I do believe. And, this is the first year. One year I was at the Arnold's in 2011, and the Friday morning at 5:54, I'll never forget it, I got the phone call that my father had passed away at home unexpectedly. And of course I called my mom and talked to her, and she told me that my dad, growing up, for me, my dad would never let you start a sport and quit. You always had to finish what you started. And she told me that day, he'd never want you to quit. So I went that day and I competed. And the next day I made it to the finals. It was the final 2. And it was me and Dahlia from, she was from Lithuania at the time, but she's now lives in Chicago. And she and I made it to the finals. And she ended up beating me in the straps. We went 3 rounds in the finals, and she ended up beating me. But that's just one thing. That whole group knew my story and knew what was going on, and everybody was rooting for me to win. I think she was even rooting for me, but she didn't want to let me win. But you know, I went back every year to that the Arnold just to, you know, this year they didn't have it, so it kind of left me, you know, wanting to honor him. So this is sorry, this is my way to honor him today is to be here and be with you guys and you know that way. But I just think that you know this sport gives a lot to people don't you know understand that it is a family and for 31 years it has been for me and it'll probably you know might be the last year for me but I just want to you know there's a lot of times that people don't understand that they have you know is their sport and this has been that for me and that's one of my stories but sorry.
Christina, do you remember? The first
Oh,
time I met you was at Worlds, right?
What's that?
First time I met you was at Worlds.
Yeah, we had to pull Robin.
Was I pulling you when we slipped and I got red lipstick all over my hand on that white table? Was that you?
Yes.
Was it? Do you don't remember? Like we slipped and it hit my mouth and there's like red lipstick.
Yes, it was so hard because of that red lipstick.
Christina was so nice to me, but on the table she was so mean. And the guy getting distracted with someone else and they're waiting to strap us up. And she just looked at me while waiting, like, why are you even making me do this? I'm gonna win anyway.
I did not say that.
I know it's on the live stream. Well, I have to find the clip. She was so mean.
I did not say that.
Yes,
you said that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, like
here she is spilling her heart out,
I
Stephanie, and then you try to throw her under the bus.
I am not. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that about it.
Stephanie said that. I didn't say that. Stephanie said that.
That I believe.
Are you coming on the podcast?
You said that. You're the one that said. I don't know why we're.
Well, true. That was
oh my gosh.
Put your face back here.
Daniel, I feel good about this too. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of training in between now and then. I have through 3 tournaments, I think, before then. Definitely nervous about Lisa for sure. She'll be on the show. You know, with Katie, I've not beaten her right-handed yet, so we will see what happens with that. But I got time. And I got training that I need to knock out. But I'm just gonna keep getting stronger and keep working hard. But I think I'll be ready for June. Definitely.
Are any of you girls going? Are any of you girls going to nationals?
When is that? Is it something you have to qualify for?
What's that?
Girl in Dayton.
Oh, the Dayton one?
Leah, you should go to that.
It's in April, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am maybe going. I don't know.
Girl, go. You literally have a table and everything at your house. Buckle down, get it together.
I know. No.
She's just like think of. I've even got a.
I'm muting her. Just kidding. Now I think that one in April. I think if you win, you go to Greece or something.
Yep.
I'm just not really interested in going to Greece right now. That's why I don't really enthusiastic going.
Why?
I don't want to win because I don't want to have to go to Greece.
You don't have
Man.
My teammates, I'll probably be there.
Dude, which weekend in April was it? Because I know in April I'm doing this sit down nationals in Yorktown.
It's not the same weekend. It's the I think like the 16th or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll write that.
Well, isn't Ohio doing like a sit downs like on like the 27th? Aren't they? They're doing a sit down competition too that I saw a post for. That's like literally 2 weeks after ours.
Yeah.
Shoot fire. I think it was.
I did see that.
Sorry, Leah.
I think maybe Todd Jackson's doing that. Maybe I did.
I think so.
But I don't. I didn't see much about it, but I did see it.
Daniel, do you remember? It was in the chat. You said what?
Have you guys practiced on the sit-down tables?
I've never been on a sit-down table.
Well, I practiced on it for the first time.
I don't care for it.
I could not finish. Like, I'm here and I want to dip down, but I can't dip down, and so I just couldn't finish. It was not. It just
so as far as like personality, Paul Hutchins, I would have to say it's that lady down in the corner over there.
What?
It's Miss Stephanie Spencer. He said, "Who do y'all think is the ladies' version of Devin in the sport? Like the best female trash talker and mind gamer, etc." I would say. But I also don't know a whole lot of other females in the sport. So y'all been in it longer. Y'all tell me. If it's not Stephanie, who is it?
Oh my God. I don't have any mind games. I just show up.
Oh wait,
I don't think I can't say that.
Oh, lost her.
What? Say that over again, Christina.
I said I don't think that the females do much trash talking.
Mm-mm. One time I went up to the table.
I think we're too catty and do the backhanded compliment stuff too much for the trash talking.
I'm too afraid it would bite me in the ass.
Yeah.
Right.
Go.
Scoop, that would be Miss Casto right there, 31 years in the sport. Definitely one of the goats. I try not to. There's so few of us. If we're not on the same team, what's the point? Exactly, Katie. And then he said, LOL, fair enough. Yeah, it's hard to force trash talking if you're not a trash talker naturally. Right? I would agree with it. Never mind, Daniel. It was the other group chat. It wasn't the one it was the Team Brutal one. My bad. Not the Lynchburg one. But the sit downs, there we go. Ohio Sit Down Arm Wrestling Championship is on April 27th at the Pike Fair at the Pike County Fairgrounds, and it's by Todd Allen Jackson. So Todd Allen Jackson is doing it.
So Christina, have you ever had a sponsor?
I've had local people sponsor me, yeah, but not. I have a gym here that sponsors me once in a while, and a local business, but not anything big sponsor.
Oh, that's what the guys were saying I should do so I can get out to Winter Blast. And so I guess I got to go and start figuring out what to do and fast. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to get the ones to go out to California. For sure. Fortunately, I had a guy from TikTok. He ended up being my number one. He literally called me like the second I posted it and was like, "Yeah, I'll be your sponsor. How much you need? I'll give you."
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's an educator who does photography, and I house sat for him, and he and his wife were just we just hit it off really, really quickly. And so I went to their house, like literally like a couple days before I left, and they were like, I like started out, I had like my little letter or whatever, and I was like, so I'm doing this thing, and they were like, how much you need?
Wow.
Right. So between that, and then I got one brewery and another brewery, and they gave me like a small portion of it. So I ended up getting California sponsored. So that was the way that I did it. But they're not like people that I feel like are just gonna like continue to pump like a hey thing.
Did you put their business name on your shirt?
Mm-hmm. So I actually, hang on, I'll get my sponsor shirt. Talk about yourselves while you wait.
We're just staring at each other.
Dog.
How long have you been pulling, Leah?
1 year.
Awesome.
How about you? It's 2018?
Yeah.
That seems so far away. That seems so long.
All right, so it says Lucky. And then the follow Uncle Till. So everybody who's on TikTok, go follow at Uncle Till so he knows that I'm actually promoting him. This is the photography company, JD Johnson Photography, that sponsored me. And then down here are the two breweries, Outback Brewery and Blue Mountain. Jamie Vaughn, visuals. I ended up giving him his square because he does a lot of my posters and a lot of my fighter cards. He does those for free. So me and my sister agreed to go ahead and give him a spot on the shirt.
That's really cool.
Yes, Leah, do you have a match coming up?
March 30th. Northern Kentucky Championship. I don't have a super match or anything, but that's my next turn.
Sweet. Traveling the hard way of the years. Right, Katie. Yeah, I feel like I promoted today a little too hard. I didn't. I shouldn't have brought out all that competition.
What do you mean?
I should have just like been like, I'll be the only
competition. You should want all the competition.
Right. I want all the competition when I'm on my A game. And today was not that day.
Well, what was off today? What felt different?
I didn't sleep and like we talked about, we love excuses, but I didn't sleep at all last night. I think, but I went in just like that in my head of like being tired. I forgot my lunch on top of that, and because it was female left, I literally had to wait 4 hours before I pulled, and I was like starving by the time I got to the table. And I mean, it just wasn't my day. It just wasn't my day. So, but if it's gonna happen anywhere, at least it happened at home. So, I've had, and 2 weeks ago I went to Alabama State Championship and won first place with both hands. So, it's just everybody's allotted an off day, and so I'm like, all right, that's my one off day. Never happening again.
Yeah.
So just know, Stephanie, if we do this super match at Winter Blast, your girl gonna be like hyped off these losses and tearing arms off.
I'm coming in so peaceful. I'm just gonna be so peaceful.
What's the main women's promotion?
She'll be shit talking, you know it.
Right? What do you mean, Scoop? The main women's promotion. I'm not sure what you mean, buddy. All right, we got about 9 minutes left. Maybe that's why I don't understand the question.
Right now, it is the main women's promotion.
Yeah.
You said what? Sorry, Christina?
I said right now, Lucky Wood and her podcast is the main women's promotion.
Yeah.
Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I would love to be able to we'll see. We have definitely 5 more episodes coming up. I know there's a lot of girls that said women that said they weren't available tonight. So I really appreciate the 3 of you making time, coming on for this trial run for episode 1, kicking us off. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate you.
What else are we going to talk about? Like, what else was on the list?
Oh, okay, true. All right, so that's actually a good segue. All right, so in the future, the 5 additional episodes that we have planned are going to be, once I find them, all right, here we go. So next Saturday we will be talking about the issue with weight classes. How we deal with weight, what we would like on like overall awards when it comes to like, do we want it to say lightweight, medium weight, heavyweight? Do we want it to have like the actual numbers on it? What does it look like? Because I know like nationals are really pushing those 4 weight classes. However, places that do have 4 weight classes, sometimes they don't have enough women to fill up those 4 weight classes show out. So what does it look like if we were to change the weight classes? What would be our ideal lightweight, heavyweight situation? So we're going to talk about that and see if we can come to a consensus or even bring some good ideas when it comes to our classes, what that should look like. Episode 3 will actually be on a Wednesday, and that is going to be the True Drama rankings. What does it take for them to notice you? So, are rankings something that promoters and that people who are looking for super matches look at, or is it your social media presence? Is it you calling people out, people calling you out? What does that look like? Week 4, we're going to talk about technique versus strength, or in my case technique versus being a powerhouse. Look at some crazy matchups that I have pulled and just talk about like controversial or not, or should these two have gone against each other, that kind of stuff. So it kind of goes away with or goes along with what we talked about in episode 2, but this one would be strictly matchups. Number 5, no gatekeepers allowed. What's your gym and workout routines look like? So we talked about that a little bit, but I actually want to get into like the actual exercises and what you work to work out specific things. And then our season finale will be all the extras: training, social media, teams, prizes, and what we want promoters to know as female arm wrestlers. So those are our upcoming episodes. We hope that you will tune into them. Share them out. If you heard something that you really want to speak on and that you want to come in and join and talk about, please let me know. Message either any of these girls that are women who are here with me tonight, and they can get you contact, they can get you the link, all that good stuff. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook, the Lucky Ones podcast, Females in Arm Wrestling. There's a group on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and please, if you don't mind, share out this episode. Even just tell them, hey, click on it. You don't need to watch it, but click on it and subscribe and tune into episode next Saturday, which I believe is the 9th. Yep, March 9th at 10 o'clock.
So, Lucky, what do you think about if we throw our own all-ladies tournament? Because I don't think Sarah's going to throw another one. So, do you think that would be something that we could pull off?
Yes, I actually am. This is kind of like still in the process because we're still looking for sponsors. I'm looking to throw a women's centered. I'm open to the idea of making it a women's only, but right now it is considered a women's centered tournament here in Virginia. Christina Castro has a private message that is about to be sent to her about it. But we have some refs lined up. We have Bob Brown plaques lined up as well. Bob Sutton plaques. I get the two mixed up. Bob Sutton plaques lined up. We have an awesome venue with the Barrel House. They have over 15 acres, beautiful land, and then of course the actual Barrel House that is a brewery that has amazing food, amazing drinks, all the things, and they've said that they really want to have the event there. So I will message you about what it would look like to make it women's only. I will message you, Christina, the question I was going to ask you specifically. And Leah, I'm going to figure out a sponsor way to get you down here so we can do our super match there.
All right. So what do you think about if we had a tournament? There is in San Diego, there's a strip club and a bar in the same parking lot, and they're owned by the same person, and they have a whole bunch of money to put down for a tournament, and the tournament would be at the bar, but the money would come from the club. And some
Leah's like, sign me up.
Okay, some ladies are not into it, and they're all stuck up or worried about stuff, and all I have to do is go down and talk to them and put it together, and they want to do it.
Oh, I mean, money is money.
But I didn't know.
How much is it? Well, we need to talk about how much they're going to sponsor, because if they're gonna fly Lucky out, right. Lucky will be there.
There's plenty of money. I just don't know who would be running it, because I don't know how to run a tournament or brackets or anything.
Oh, well. Good thing that you now know friends that do.
None of the guys want to do a tournament over there, but it would be fun if it was all ladies and we had some of the girls from the club come over. That sounds fun. Huh?
What'd you say, Leah?
Their wives won't let them do a tournament at the strip club.
Yeah, the wives won't let them go arm wrestle. Oh, yeah. That's why we'd have to have all ladies.
That would be quite entertaining. I'm down to talk about this. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Nobody be.
What do you think of the idea, Christina?
I don't know. I've never been to a strip club. Not much on it,
But we could be in the bar next door.
that'd be pretty disgusting seats.
Touche.
Standing room only.
We'll have to bring our own chair. Bring your own chair.
Paul says he's in.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What if we had an all ladies tournament and
Katie's
even the
coming down.
referees were ladies? Huh?
I said Katie says she's coming down. It's closer to her than Virginia.
There you go.
Hey, I think that's one thing that I would love to see too is female refs really reffing it up.
Yeah.
Would you come over to ref it, Casto? Would you ref at the bar?
You don't have to sit down.
I'd be there.
Right.
I don't have to sit down.
We'll bring a folding chair.
Yeah, just don't sign up to be a down ref. All right, ladies, I really appreciate your time. We have hit the 101.
They used to have one.
What?
Go ahead.
I said they used to have one here in West Virginia, and it was actually held in a strip joint, but it was during the day, so no one was in there.
Oh.
That's cool.
Interesting.
She just sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So please subscribe. Please share this out. Thank you so much for joining us. Tune back next week, March 9th, right here, 10 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
Thank you all so much. Talk to you later.
Good to see you guys.
Bye.